Good morning, afternoon, evening,
Everybody.
whenever you are watching us. We're joining you again from Zoom this month, so hopefully you guys are doing well. I am certainly happy with the sun shining. How about you?
Yeah, totally much better feeling every time the sun's out. Makes me feel good. And I want to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day, and hopefully you had a great Mother's Day weekend. Contained with your children. I'm sure it was awesome. So happy
Yeah, we've
Mother's Day.
gotten extra doses of kids and being parents here, so that's awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and jump right into just kind of a market update, because I know the economy and the real estate market has been a big topic of conversation in our circles, obviously. So I would say right now, we'll get to sales and listings in a second, but I would say right now the biggest story that is probably getting the least amount of press is interest rates. I mean,
Yeah,
interest rates are so low. I think yesterday down around 3%, just maybe a little bit
yeah, even
over.
on jumbo loans, they've been pretty darn low.
Yeah, and then we've got the ability through Keller Mortgage to get really low threes in jumbo loans, which is in some cases over 1% lower than what we've been seeing on average in the market. So it's pretty good. Ryan, why don't you kind of explain just quickly the value of low interest rates compared to what would happen if there was a small drop in price or something like that?
Yeah, so the interest rates much more vastly affect your mortgage payment every month than the amount of money you borrowed. Or at least not the amount of money you borrowed, but the amount of money you could save by potentially waiting for the market to go up. So one of the things some of our buyers have told us is that, hey, we're going to wait till the prices come down. And that's understandable to think that, because last time this kind of thing happened, we did have a drop in prices, though my understanding is the National Association of Realtors is projecting still 1% price growth this year, which means that they're not coming down. And even if they do come down, let's say they're wrong by a couple of percent, they might come down 1%. Well, a 1% drop on the amount of money you're borrowing, say $10,000, which would be $1 million loan. So maybe most of you aren't borrowing that much, but a little bit of it's a smaller drop in the value. Maybe you say $5,000. Talking about just a half of a point increase on your loan over the life of a loan is thousands and thousands of dollars. So the risk really is that you might risk paying a tiny bit too much right now because you feel like you're not sure what's going on with the pricing, though I think pricing is really going up. But the real risk is if you miss the interest rate drop, then you've cost yourself thousands of dollars that you could have saved.
Yeah, I think I think there's two things at play right now from a conversational perspective. Number one is that that interest rates, are going to stay low forever, which even though we've been in a low interest rate environment, I mean, we've been anywhere from where we are right now, which is the low threes, all the way up over 5% over the last year and a half. So if your circumstances are such that right now you don't have to move, but sometime in the future you will, and you're forced to pay what the interest rates are in the moment, it could have a huge impact, especially if you see yourself living in the house for 5 to 10 or more years.
Yeah, if you're living more than 2 or 3 years in a house, you're probably going to have no effect from the pricing standpoint. But
Yeah, and I think the second part is our price is going to drop, and obviously none of us have a crystal ball. However, we've had a lot of conversation on Facebook Live and different other forums around what prices are going to do. The reality is the fundamentals just don't exist to see a big price drop right now. And one of the biggest reasons for that is we're now finally starting to get data on closed sales that were properties going into contract since the stay-at-home order happened. And what we've seen is that the number of new listings has dropped at about the same rate as the drop in sales. And so it actually hasn't created a change in the supply and demand curve, meaning that there's still the same number of homes available compared to the same number of buyers in the market as there was before this. Even though the total number is lower, it hasn't made homes more or less available.
Yeah, the ratios stayed the same. In fact, I think they're just like before this all happened, where there was an excess of buyers looking to buy homes under 350,000. There are still an excess of buyers looking to buy the homes that are under 350,000.
Yeah, I mean, I think I pulled numbers and we talked about them yesterday for the first 10 days in May. And we've actually seen the largest decrease in new listings happen in that under 300 price range. So the part of the market that was already most starved for inventory is had an even lower inventory now. So we would love to talk to you in detail about your neighborhood, because obviously we're talking about large market data right now and not about your specific neighborhood or your situation. So definitely reach out to us if we can help and have a conversation about your specific situation and provide exactly what you would save on interest rates versus price changes. The last thing that a couple more things we wanted to talk about were, we wanted to mention that here in the newsletter, we also explain what our safety procedures are. Obviously, with everything beginning to open up here this month, and especially over the next couple weeks, we want to make sure that you guys know that we take your safety seriously. And we have safety procedures in place, both on the listing side of things, as well as on the open house and showing side of things, to make sure that if you're a seller selling your house, or you're a buyer buying a house, that you're as protected as you can be. Ryan, did you want to say anything else about that?
No, I think it'd be easier to talk about that in person with people. If you have questions about how we're doing it, give us a call. We've been essential personnel this entire time, so we've worked through it for the last really 2 months, and so we've got some experience there, and we're still capable of both selling and listing your homes.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think the last thing is just to say a quick thank you to everybody. I mean, obviously those of you that have been on the front lines, whether you're a firefighter, police officer, nurse, grocery store employee, you guys have put in some long hours. I'm sure we're forgetting some. Ryan, if you can think of anything, feel free to jump in.
Sure, just moms and dads being teachers at home. I mean, I think
that's another good one. So we just wanted to say thank you. We appreciate you. We understand what everybody's going through. And if there's anything at all that we as a team can do to help you guys or support you, please don't hesitate to reach out. One of the biggest advantages of the success that we've had is we have a lot of connections and resources with different people. And so please don't feel like you're on an island. Feel free to reach out to us, even if it's something not related to real estate. We'd love to help you out. So we just want to say thank you to you guys, and we wish you a fantastic May, and hopefully the next time we talk, it's going to be warm weather and summertime.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Awesome, guys. Have a great week
Thanks.
and month. See ya.